Should you be buying property with a self-managed super fund? Here's what you need to know. Hello everyone, I'm Amir Aishak from Property Tax Specialist. I'm here to help you navigate the complexities of Australia's property tax regulations. A lot of SMSF members are buying property with their super funds. But the question is, should you be? Unfortunately, the answer is not a straightforward yes or no. It all depends on what your objectives are. For example, if you want to invest in residential property that can generate rental income, it might be a good idea. But if you're looking for capital growth or planning to live in the property yourself, then it may not be considered appropriate. Remember, the golden rule when it comes to buying property with SMSFs is that it needs to solely support your retirement benefits. So, you need to take some time to weigh up the options first and get specific advice before you act. I'm going to run you through some of the pros and cons you should consider. But before I do that, you should know that the information is intended to be a guide only, providing an overview of general information available to property buyers and investors. This guide is not intended to be an exhaustive source of information and should not be seen to constitute legal, tax, or investment advice. You should, where necessary, seek your own advice for any legal, tax, or investment issues raised in your affairs. One of the biggest advantages of investing with your SMSF is that you can access significant tax concessions. For example, you're only required to pay 15% income tax on the rental income from your SMSF property. So if you personally fall in the higher income tax brackets, this would be a smart tax strategy. And once you retire and reach the pension stage in your fund, any rental income or capital gains resulting from the SMSF property will be completely tax-free. Another tax concession that the fund benefits from is that it qualifies to claim interest on a home loan as a tax-deductible expense. And lastly, SMSF investment properties held in the fund for longer than 12 months qualify for a capital gains tax discount on the sale of the property, which will reduce your CGT liability to only 10%. But while the tax benefits are certainly significant, there's quite a lot you need to consider that may make the investment structure a bit more complex than the rest. For starters, there is a significant list of legal requirements that need to be adhered to when setting up and managing your SMSF. For example, you can't personally benefit from the use and enjoyment of the residential property, meaning you and your relatives can't rent it out or use it as a primary place of residence. The residential property has to generate income for the fund from non-related parties. The rules are slightly more relaxed when it comes to commercial properties though. So you might want to consider that if you want to benefit from using the property. Essentially, your SMSF is allowed to purchase commercial real property, business premises from which you can conduct your business operations from. This way, the rental payments that your business makes will go straight into your SMSF, provided that the rental payments are in line with market value. Another consideration, and sometimes you have to factor into your investment decision, is that you'll only be able to reap the rewards of your investment once you meet a condition of release. So having a good understanding of when you need to access your capital is a critical decision around buying property in your super. As you can see, there are many factors that will influence whether you should be buying a property with SMSF. There are a lot more other factors to consider. For example, will the investment benefit my retirement? The tax benefits are fantastic, but it shouldn't be the only reason why you end up buying a property with an SMSF. You need to recognize the SMSF compliance laws and ensure your fund has enough liquidity and cash flow to meet the home loan repayments if you decide to borrow money and the ongoing property management fees. So, you need to seek professional advice to help you weigh up the pros and cons. If you decide to go the SMSF investment property route, you must consult a financial advisor and your tax specialist to help you make the most of these tax benefits available to you. And make sure it's in your best interest. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. If you know of anyone who could also benefit from this information, make sure you share it with them. Otherwise, make sure to click the like button and stay tuned for more property investment tax tips. See you next time.